Thursday group. The kettle had just clicked off when the new guy arrived. He hovered in the doorway. The rising steam reminded him of the incident, and he gave a little shudder before entering. The room smelled of instant coffee and carpet cleaner. A circle of chairs waited, half filled. Nigel waved him in. "Come on in, don't be shy," Nigel said, gesturing to the empty seat beside him. "We've all had similar experiences here. You're among friends." Something about inviting people into the circle still never sat right with him. He'd heard stories from other members about the dangers of inviting things in, but the new guy was human, not a thing from beyond. He'd had more than his fair shares of encounters with those. The man sat. He looked like someone who'd recently stopped sleeping well. His coat was damp. He didn't speak. Nigel stood, as he always did, to open the session. He held a clipboard, though no one had ever seen him write on it. "Welcome to Thursday group," he said. "We're here because we've all, through no fault of our own, initiated something we didn't mean to. We are not here to judge. We are here to share, reflect, and avoid repeating." He nodded to Marla, who was already halfway through her second cup of tea. She gave a small wave, her sound-dampening headphones still on. "Marla folded the sheet wrong during the live stream," Nigel explained. "It was vintage. The folds made a shape, some non-Euclidean geometry or other, coupled with some ASMR whispering, and the next thing you know, there's an entity screaming in whispers. She doesn't fold anymore." Marla raised her eyebrows and sipped. "Kev's not here tonight," Nigel continued. "He's attending a silent retreat. His voice keeps triggering the wrong kind of echoes." The new man blinked. Nigel turned to him. "Would you like to introduce yourself?" The man hesitated. Then, "I'm Martin." "Hi, Martin," the group murmured. "I didn't mean to," Martin said. "It was a Sudoku. I was on a train. I filled in the last square, and the lights flickered. A rift just opened. It smelled of farts and sounded like ripping babies. A man across from me started humming. I got off 2 stops early. I haven't done one since." Nigel nodded solemnly. "It's always the last square." Martin looked down. "I used a pen." There was a pause. Nigel placed a hand on his shoulder. "We've all used pens," he said. "That's why we're here." He turned back to the group. "I once completed a crossword in the Sunday supplement. I filled in 4 across. The next thing I knew, it was all flutes and tentacles. I survived, and I haven't done a puzzle since. I read the obituaries now. Safer." Martin gave a small, awkward laugh. "Funny how puzzles keep unlocking things no one asked for, like they're testing us." Nigel slowly shook his head. "I wish it was, but we've since discovered it was a would-be mage seeking to gain power through sacrificing others to dread gods. We organised a letter-writing campaign and got him sacked, but there's always more like him." They moved on to the week's topic, recognising patterns before they recognise you. Marla shared a story about a napkin she'd folded into a swan that wouldn't stay folded. Someone mentioned a neighbour who rearranged fridge magnets and now can't open their freezer without hearing a bell. Martin stayed after the session. He helped stack chairs. Nigel handed him a leaflet titled, "Things We Don't Do Anymore." It was laminated. A couple of sentences struck out. No unnecessary folding. No humming in an absent-minded off-key way. No eye contact with reflections after dusk. "Come back next week," Nigel said. "We're discussing origami and the dangers of symmetry." Martin nodded. He looked lighter, less haunted. Outside, the street lights flickered, but only once.